It is the end of the day, and I realize I've not recorded much content today. So I am recording my video. I went to, let's see. Let's recap today. Um, Today I woke up with a headache because I didn't get a great sleep. I went to bed around 1:30 to 2 and woke up around 9. So I think it was around a 7 hour sleep. So probably around 2 I went to sleep. Which is way too late, by the way. I feel like maybe I've been pressure prompted by that 12 number, but the last short that I watched before going to bed was like, if you are awake for 2 hours between 2 and 5 a.m., then you technically qualify for like a night shift or something. And then if you qualify, I know people on night shifts have like very increased like health risks. So that inspired me to go to bed. And that's also probably what's inspiring me right now to try and get an earlier night. It's 10:30 right now, and a little bit earlier I calculated that I needed to eat food and record this video and then go to bed, and that's kind of like the only way I would meet like a goal of like going to bed like before, like early enough, like before, definitely before midnight, and like trying to get to bed around 10. But it's 10:30 now, so that's okay. Anyways, yeah, I guess I was talking about my day. I woke up at 9. I had a presentation today, group project, which I met my group members at 12 for. I started reading Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. The audiobook. I already had a audiobook credit, so I used that to start reading that book. Got through a couple chapters, learned about like the drip matrix, as he called it, and just the general principle of buying back your time and focusing on what you're most productive on, versus hiring yourself out of the business into like the administrative role. I guess those are like the main takeaways from like what I learned, and then I'm just trying to think of anything specifically else. Nothing really comes to mind. But it's good. I think it's even just good to have that information flowing into my brain from somebody like Dan Martell, which I believe is like really smart. He's kind of like a software entrepreneur. I've talked about him before, probably. He's pretty cool. Anyways, I read the book. Wow, I have so much ADHD. Wow. I read the book in the morning, and then what did I do? This is a really good recap for me. What did I do? See, if I'm not actively planning this, I'm just kind of like life happened to me, versus if I like plan this, I'm kind of like happening to life. And I think I kind of need like a balance of both. So I think it's kind of okay that I was like a bit reactive. I had a meeting at 12. I went to the gym later. My diet wasn't super healthy. Sorry, Joe. Um, Sorry to disappoint. I had higher protein because I try and keep higher protein. Like, you can still have a delicious high protein diet for sure. Um, but I kind of eat like leaves and stuff, and try and reduce my calories when I'm like watching my diet a bit more. I think I've been okay. This is a pattern that I was starting to notice. Like, was thinking about buying like a microphone for this channel, and like a nice microphone. and I started thinking about and obsessing about buying one. And then I stopped like recording the videos, and I kind of realized that I was like, oh, I'm like just focused on like something that's in front of me that I want to buy. And then I started like, and then I stopped like caring about the videos like so much, which was crazy. But then now I think I'm doing kind of the same for running. I have holes in the sides of my running shoes. Like they're my everything shoes. They're my gym shoes. They're my running shoes. They're my ultimate frisbee shoes. Um, so this is kind of why I'm thinking the first thing that I want to buy for pleasure when I have enough money to do it, which hopefully I will have pretty soon. Um, or maybe I have to think about expenses first once I move back to Victoria. Is I'm gonna buy some nice shoes, um, some nice running shoes, probably some training shoes, and probably like a pair of cleats. Um, so, anyways, yeah. See, like this is what I'm thinking of, and then now I've like kind of stopped running, and I don't know if it's. I mean, I could run. Like I've considered running, but I'm just like more adverse to running because I don't really want to mess up my feet or like injury, but maybe that's just an excuse not to run. Um, I definitely need to keep my cardio up, but I can't really do that until I can afford new running shoes. So I don't know. I'm kind of in a tricky situation. I think I should just keep running with my other shoes, but I don't want to like injure myself. But I think that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Okay, I'm making that decision right now. That's what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna keep running in the shoes that have holes in them until I can afford new ones. And I'm going to run 3 times per week, two 30-minute runs, and at least a 1 hour run per week going forward. And tomorrow I have run club, so that's one 30-minute run. Then I have one more 30-minute run and one hour run. And eventually that 1 hour run needs to be 2 hours and then 3 hours. And I'm going to try and run a half marathon. I'm going to try and run at least a half marathon probably in the first month of summer. So that's coming up pretty soon. That's month 4. Maybe I can run it at month. Maybe I can run it like 2 months into summer. That might make a bit more sense. So that's like 21 point something kilometers that I'm planning on running. Probably just on the treadmill at the gym. I'm also really excited because when I move back to Victoria, I'm planning on getting like a nicer gym subscription, and going to the gym with a friend, pretty consistently. But I'll also be training for a marathon there, and they have better gym equipment, they have better cardio equipment, and I might try and join an ultimate frisbee team. So we'll see. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm ADHD. I was talking about my day. Um, no, I can't say that. That's self-reinforcing, isn't it? Um, I have to. I'm a person who does not have ADHD. Is that helpful? Is that a helpful belief? I don't know. I think I can will it. Like I said I was in a slump, then I willed myself out of a slump because just by declaring that I'm not in a slump. I rewatched one of my videos and I was like, this is a good mindset. It's a good mindset. Some things I say in my videos, I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Um, but I think I also just, oh no, I shouldn't have these like beliefs where I'm like distracting myself. Wow, it's amazing how much of a conversation I can have with myself. Hello? let's see. Where was I at? So I did my presentation today. Um, I this was a project that I have not put much effort into. It was a project that I had four people with that I was somehow leading. Um, and I think, yeah, maybe should maybe the red flags should have gone off when I realized that I'm kind of leading a team and I literally don't even care. And there is like somehow they care less than me. I don't know. Um, so maybe that should have had the red flags there. Because I don't know. I don't think our presentation went too well. We talked about how we included a database for our basically, which was one of the requirements for the project, like 30 minutes before the presentation started. That one of my teammates said that. They said, "Oh, fun fact, we created this database 30," and everybody laughed. And I was like, "Oh no." Like, "Oh no." And then and then another of our and then another teammate that we had who implemented the database. Um, Basically, they were asked the question by the teacher. They're like, "So do you have all of the CRUD operations? Do you have the update and delete operations?" And there's like CRUD is like create. Um, it's like create, update, delete, and read. Those are the operations. And then she was like, and then they were like, um, "Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, yeah." But like no, they didn't. And then they opened it up and then they showed that they didn't know what credit operations was. Um which was embarrassing. Um and looked quite incompetent. So I hope they never see this. Um but yeah. I mean, I don't have too much to say in the presentation because I don't think we did like too much. But I mean, we kind of made a working application, and it's a full stack website. It's a full stack course, so I mean, we could see. Aside from the presentation, um, then I talked to my window cleaning friend here in Nova Scotia, and I gave him the news that I'm planning on going back to Victoria. Um, and basically, he was like, after like with minimal spending, like even if you spend like some money, like in your bank account, um, you'll have like 17,000 basically by the end of the summer. Um, and because he was like, yeah, I was like sitting down doing the calculations, and I'm going back to Victoria. And you know what? I'm thinking about this recently. Like that number sounds tempting, but my goal is 20,000. My goal is, well, it's actually 17,500. So I only have to make $500 more than he said. But my goal is to be making like 5 or 650 per day, like, and I think I can do it. Um, I think I can make 500 or 650 per day, because that means I think I've even calculated this in a video, maybe in my last one. I have to make $800 in total sales, just from me, and then team clean with a cleaner that I'll pay like 150 per day for 8 hours. Then we clean $800 worth of jobs, basically one and a half people because I'll be doing half of the sales and then half of the cleaning. One and a half people, and then we do four houses, four 199s, uh, and I think one and a half people, four houses, four 199s. I think that's a reasonable number. Like I think if you do one and a half people for 199, you can get that done in less than an hour for sure. I did we did a 129 in like 20 minutes the other day. So that was like $130 in 20 minutes. And um, it could have been done faster, honestly, uh, with water fed poles. So, um, just add the resources. I think it can be done. And I think I have a lot of potential and opportunity, and I'm betting on myself here. And um, gonna try and hire an employee on May 1st. So we'll see. By the way, I need to plan out the finances because I need money. I don't know for sure, but I think I need money for car insurance. I already put the deposit my on my apartment, which I had a scary conversation with my parents today um, about that. Um, uh, Basically, I guess I surprised them by putting a down payment on my apartment, and I think this is why I need the apartment though, is because if I can feel like scared of them from across like across the country, um, after accidentally surprising them, this is like, um, I definitely need the space. It's gonna be pretty hard to live in the same space. Um, and I don't want to say too much more about that, but I love my parents, and yeah. Anyways, what I do, what I do. So did. I almost went window cleaning with that friend, but we didn't do that. I went to the bank. Yeah, this is the last thing that I did today. Probably was I went to the bank earlier around 4:30 p.m. and I'm looking to open a business debit card to keep track of my expenses and my income on just one account and one card, so I can just like put business expenses and income on that card. Um, um, yeah. I have a bank meeting tomorrow around 2. Um, and I think that's pretty well today's summary. Um, any lessons that I learned today? Oh, I learned. One of my friends taught me about a forearm stretching exercise. He says keep your arms straight when you're stretching your forearms, and then just stretch it for 30 minutes. Just go as far as you can go, but like this. Keep your arms straight. And he taught me like a lat stretch with like a chair and you're kneeling down. I'm tired. Well, I'm tired. Um, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say today. I mean, of course, I think I kind of like think and generate thoughts like as I think, and they come out slowly, and I have a lot of ums and ahs. And right now, when I just paused, I kind of like stop my flow because I'm not speaking and I'm not thinking. Um, I'm just kind of like hesitating to start speaking. So I don't really know. The, this is super duper random. I'm gonna get a good sleep and I'm going to wake up early. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go for a run tomorrow. I am going to do my bank meeting and try and set up a debit card tomorrow. And I'm going to do more planning and also likely book my summer courses for tomorrow, so I can get my flight. Thank you, family. Um, Good night.